Welcome YouTube. This has been a while since we've done a video. I know, right guys? We're doing it midstream, interviewing our friend Tim. Say hi, Tim.
Hey everybody, how y'all doing?
Tim is a new subscriber to the channel. Well, not necessarily, I don't know if you're a new subscriber, we'll get to that, but a new member to our Lugia tier member.
I've actually been on your channel a couple of different times, but I was scrolling through a couple of different ones to see which ones I like, because Blaine's is the only person I'd ever followed prior. But you're the first person I actually ever subscribed to on the point of putting more than $5 in.
Oh, I appreciate you, my man. That's quite kind. You got people saying hello to you guys. You got Mario saying hi, Tim. You got Lemon Demon saying hi, Tim. In case you guys,
hey Mario, hey Lemon Demon.
In case you guys are watching this after the fact, we were doing this during a live stream, so feel free to check out our streams. Just sub and get notified, or hop in our Discord to see when we go live.
Heads up to anybody. Sorry to interrupt you, Alex.
You're good.
But the video had to pause for the call, so I'm not ignoring y'all's highs and hellos and anything else. But I legitimately can't do YouTube while on the call.
I hear that. So guys, while we're doing this interview, I'm gonna play a little bit of we'll just play a little bit of casual in the background. I won't do rank because I don't want to have to think too hard. We'll just do a little bit of VGC in the background while we are. Maybe we'll come across some Regulation D teams. And yeah, we'll just we'll hang out a little bit. So one thing that we offer folks in our memberships, which I kind of forgot about because I set those up so long ago, was a interview. And we've talked about this a couple times in the stream, but in case you are new here and haven't heard us before, why an interview? You know, what's up with an interview? Don't normally people interview famous people or people who do, like, I don't know, like write a book or a movie. And it's like, well, for me, I think that Pokemon is just fun. It's just fun to share. It's fun to share with your friends. It's fun to kind of talk about and just kind of hang out with. So when I first came back into Pokemon, I watched a lot of videos on just people talking about their opinions on the entire genre. Because you say Pokemon, you could be talking about the anime, the video game, Pokemon Go, the cards, Unite, you know, like so many different things. So that's why I wanted to bring on different people and just, you know, hang out. So welcome, Tim, and thank you so much for being here, man. I can't say thank you enough for everything, so I'll only say it once so I don't say it the whole time.
Well, man, it's my pleasure. Whenever I see good content, I like to promote it.
It's very, very kind of you, my friend. But yeah, let's just start with the base. I mean, I guess, how'd you find the channel? Was it just a random kind of thing? Did you have a friend, or was it just YouTube doing their job?
Honestly, I had been looking into some different Pokemon that were going to be added into the game because I couldn't find a direct link, and it started coming across people who were doing giveaways. And like I said, I originally found Blaine. You know, he does this weekly thing where he'll start giving out a certain set of Pokemon for his members or whatever on private link.
Not to interrupt you, but that's actually how we started our giveaways. Were through his giveaways. We would fund our channel supply through his membership.
That's really cool, actually.
Yeah, before we got our own bots.
He's definitely the only other one I found worth watching, because a lot of them are just informational based and not so much like looking to help people out.
Right.
And you were the only other person I found that actually communicates with the audience rather than just making, you know, a couple of screenshots of different links which nobody can get into.
There's a lot of those streams out there that people have mentioned. It's like, this is one of the few giveaway channels where there's a human hosting the giveaway and not it simply being automated 24/7 through all bots. I'm surprised when I even see those.
That stood out.
Yeah, I'm surprised when I even see those channels have a moderator, because half the time I just expect them to be completely, you know, completely automated. But that's what's up, man. That's up. We really appreciate that. So, if you know, as little or as much as you like, but like, so what's your history in Pokemon? Like, when did you start? When did you get into it? What's all? You know, I feel like this is the unique answer that every human could give. So I want to hear everyone's story.
So long story short, well, actually, I'm gonna give you the long story, but not make it too long.
Long story medium.
So, my dad's family's from Louisiana. My mom's family's from South Carolina. Okay. So, didn't exactly have a father growing up, but my youngest brother's dad, when he first came around, actually got me a bunch of little mini Pokemon figurines that you were able to order.
Oh, okay.
And by this point, I had already played the Game Boy games, the red and blue and yellow. So that's where I started, you know, figuring out all the little technical things with that. My cousin figured out how to catch Professor Oak on there. And
how to catch Professor Oak?
Yeah, you could also fight him.
That's crazy.
I figured out how to get Mew. And my cousin figured out how to get Mewtwo to pop up on level 227 on the side of Cinnabar Island.
Oh man, you guys had all the glitches.
Yeah, we figured a lot of that out. It took us literally like 2 months because you didn't have YouTube and all
Yeah,
that back
no,
then.
I didn't have any of that data back then.
So the only other way to get a lot of stuff was a game genie.
Mm-hmm. Yep, absolutely.
So, you know, long story short, we went from that. They kind of got out of it after, I want to say Emerald.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly where I stopped playing.
I kept going.
That's funny.
I kept going till about Pearl and Diamond.
Okay.
And I kind of fell off there, so I missed out on like 2 generations. But you know, there was a big gap there as well.
Right.
So really, the only thing I can remember as far as like knowing where to go and what to do what was like Gold and Silver.
Yep.
Around the same time Pokemon Stadium 2 was out.
Absolutely.
So that's kind of my history on Pokemon. Fun fact, Alakazam was one of my favorite Pokemon to try and solo the game with on Red and Blue.
That's what's up. We were just talking earlier how much I loved Kadabra, and people in the chat were saying, shout out to Alakazam.
He had the highest special attack in the game, is why.
I didn't have any friends that had a Link cable growing up, so I always was stuck on Kadabra.
Me and my cousins, my brother Nick, who's 5 years younger than me.
Yep.
We all did that.
Nice.
Just like we'd all jump on the Pokemon Stadium together.
Yep.
I like the format difference nowadays, though, where you can actually have 2 Pokemon out at the same time, or you can have, you know, 2 trainers in at the same time on each team.
Yeah, it is a lot more deep. Like, as if you're still watching the stream, you know, when we play some stuff in the background for you guys, we're playing doubles because it's just a more fun, robust style of gameplay, in my mind at least. But
it also takes a lot more strategy and strategic gameplay than it does with solos.
Absolutely does. Absolutely does. So I heard the games. I didn't hear anything about the cards. Did you do any cards when you were growing up?
Actually, we did. I had all of the original 151, and I got the other. I got it up to 251.
That's what's up.
I had Celebi, Lugia, Ho-Oh. I got the Ho-Oh out of the Entei pack that used to come around. Since you're a little older than me,
yep,
you were probably. It was about when I was like 13, 14 years old.
That's one of the Neo packs, like Neo. I forget. They're all like Neo Destiny, Neo Genesis.
Yeah, my prize card had to be the Ho-Oh. I got it out of that pack.
That's what's up.
Funny story though. I took it to school to show off some friends, play some Pokemon battles, whatever, because we used to do that in school.
Yep.
And one of the teachers got aggravated with the cards being out for a little longer, so she decided to take my Ho-Oh and lost it.
Oh no, bro!
I didn't talk to her for like 2 months, dude.
deep down, she lost it or she kept it?
I think she kept it. Honestly, she probably gave it to like her nephew or something.
Honestly, here, kid, you'll like this.
You put it in your cabinet and it all of a sudden's gone.
Right.
Come on.
The best one too, the one that probably looked the coolest.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I can't find that one. Saw it on eBay. Looked pretty good.
I had the Charizard first edition holographic Charizard from Gen 1. I had the Blastoise and Bulbasaur as well. I mean Venusaur as well.
Yep.
I had the Mewtwo. I had the Hieroglyph Mew and the one with the purple
background
outline.
Yep. I love that one.
Had kind of the darkness background to it.
Yep.
I had the holographic first edition of that one.
I was gonna say that I love the holographic on that one. That was a beautiful holo.
Now, fun fact, I had the Team Rocket Mewtwo, but it wasn't a holographic.
Oh, okay. Yep. Yeah, the Team Rocket stuff are incredible. Love the Team Rocket stuff.
I love their
Team Rocket
Gyarados.
Returns.
But I have to say my favorite card outside of the Ho-Oh was the original Gen 1 Ghastly, first edition.
Gen 1 Ghastly. Yep. Ghastly was great. Wait, now was that the one that it was in the, kind of looked like it was almost like in the hood, right?
Yeah, and it looked a little more realistic. He was kind of in like the gutter area.
Because then they came out with a second Ghastly in the fossil set that had like a kind of like a brick background, if I remember correctly, and that like wasn't quite as like nice in my mind.
No, they really could have. I mean, it was hard to top the original artwork though.
And it was
you got to give them that.
It was weird. They didn't have to remake that. They didn't have to remake a lot of those cards until they kind of got through them all yet. But that's cool, man. That's what's up. So tell me, you said that you took like a couple generation breaks. So when did you get back on it in like Gen 6, or like what's brought you to this point now?
No, Scarlet was the first game I have bought since
really?
Diamond and Pearl.
Wow. Okay. That's what's up. So like so no Legends, no PL, or no Let's Go, no Sword and Shield.
I didn't even know about those games. I literally got the Switch for Smash Brothers and the Pokemon Scarlet.
Yup. Do you play a Pokemon in Smash?
I actually do. I play Mewtwo.
Nice. I play. I was a Greninja main for 6 years. I did tournament play for 4 years, and I've now just recently tried to switch to being a Pikachu main because I think Pikachu's cooler.
I did a couple of Melee tournaments whenever I was younger,
oh, that's what's up.
Nothing like big. It was just local for fun things.
Yeah, I was never good enough at Melee to do tournaments in that.
Kind of like the church hosted it, and it was that and Guitar Hero 3, and we participated in all of it.
Yep. That's sweet,
But
man.
my favorite combo with Mewtwo as of now, because they've switched it up a little bit with the way that the combat works.
Of course.
So my favorite combo right now is I like to do the down grab into the down smash.
Ooh, okay.
Or down aerial.
Oh, okay.
Rather.
Yep. Down throw into down air.
Short jump, down air, jump with the short jump into the down grab, short jump, down air.
Yep.
Sorry.
You can get people with that if they're probably DIing away off stage or something. Get a nice little spike off
Well,
them.
not just that, but you can literally spike them that way manually if you put yourself towards the edge.
Oh, true.
Like if you edge guard them and they come up and they don't DI to the other side of you. You can catch them like that and then spike them, or you can spike them off stage if they're at 160 or higher.
Yeah, I think Mewtwo is one of the more fun characters to play.
Like bounce them off the stage into the up air. You know what I'm saying? Like the background.
Stage spike them.
Yeah, that shit's fun as hell to me. I love seeing that animation.
Have you played all of the Smashes or just
No, I played Melee. I played the Super Nintendo variation.
Yep, the 64.
And I played and I played this one.
That's what's up. Yeah, this current one is pretty fun. I'm glad that they made it a little bit more accessible and easier for a lot of people to
People say the combos have slowed down, but I feel like they've refined them a decent amount.
Yeah, they're just different games. I mean, Melee focused more on heavy hit stun and heavy punish game. This game focuses a little bit more on like low end lag and then trying to punish the moves that do finally have end lag. But it's cool. And it's fun.
Yeah, absolutely. By the way, I mentioned the stream earlier when my buddy JoJo was in. I think he might be watching this while we're doing this.
I still had to
shout out to him.
What was the name again? You said JoJo?
Yeah, Omni JoJo, Omni Death God.
Yep, I'm looking at Great Malenko 1990. I think the stream is not live anymore, if I'm getting it correctly here.
No, I went off earlier so I could focus on trying to get into the trades.
That's what's up. Yeah, that Diablo game looked pretty cool. I stream
pretty much every day. We actually have a Discord particularly for our channels.
Oh, nice. You'll have to share that in our
Omniverse.
Discord.
Oh, absolutely. But for the people who aren't in our Discord on the channel, if you don't mind, it's Omniverse.
Yeah, feel free to post the link if you want, actually, whenever we're done with this.
All right, I appreciate that, man.
Oh, of course, yeah, we're very big on self-promotion here. I always thought that was super greedy and selfish. I don't know how else to word it when people are like, all right, guys, I got like 1,000+ people in here, but don't you dare talk about your stuff. We're here for me and me alone. Like, I thought that was so, because I mean, when I was a smaller YouTuber, like I was, doing whatever I could to grow. And it's like, you're really not going to let people grow in your channel like at all. Like, there's no self-promo, there's no this. It's like, come on, man, like, share the wealth.
So I'm trying to get bigger on Twitch, but ever since Amazon bought it out, they've been kind of, gatekeeping their less popular members. So, I mean, it's got even harder, which is why we're going to be switching to Kick once it comes to Xbox, because that's what I play outside of Switch.
Okay, yeah, that Kick thing you mentioned earlier, or he mentioned earlier, sounded interesting. Now people are already on that, and they are, they've been streaming. Like, I can go on there right now. There's a bunch of people on.
Well, not just that, but they actually promote their lesser members. Like, we actually are about to start getting paid hourly.
Oh, word.
For streaming.
That's what's up.
And, definitely anybody who's going to be there from the get-go is people I'm going to back up as well.
I mean, yeah,
so,
we were just talking the other day. I think you probably even heard about doing some simul streaming on Twitch, which the only reason why I haven't is just due to technical difficulties. But if I could figure it out with there and figure it out with Kick, we'd be down to go everywhere. But that's really cool, man. That's awesome to hear. If you guys, now, you said that he's your streaming partner. Like, so how was that working? Like, was he live earlier, or were you live, or were you guys both live together?
Oh,
like,
okay, so I was live on Twitch. He streams on Kick presently.
Got it. So this is your account, the Great Milanko 1990.
Yes.
Got it. Okay,
the
cool.
Omni JoJo I mentioned is his.
Got it. Perfect. And he's on.
And he's on Kick.
And he's on Kick only. Can you simul stream on that
So
platform?
what happens is they can hear me on his, and if he's in game chat on my Xbox, he can include his audio.
Yep.
And so we're streaming on 2 different platforms together.
Okay, that's what's up.
It was a quick fix considering that, I don't have a PC, so.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, I forgot you can even stream through consoles these days.
It's crazy how far they've come, man.
It really
Honestly,
is, yeah.
I kind of missed the Dreamcast.
I remember playing a Dreamcast once when I was a kid at like this computer store. It was like, it just looked so futuristic. I can't believe that they didn't go on from there. Like, I thought Sega had such a bright future.
Well, what ended up happening was Nintendo had been around for decades longer.
Mm-hmm.
And, just Mario, things like that.
Yup.
Sega didn't start up until the Nintendo came out, the original Nintendo.
Right, I had a Genesis when I was a kid. I asked for a Super Nintendo, and I got a Genesis, and it was sad at first, but I ended up loving Sonic a lot. And they still did plenty of the games for Sega, kind of like how they do, like, Sony and Nintendo now.
What surprises me is that Mortal Kombat started off on Sega. If you remember.
That's crazy.
The little joystick.
Oh, I loved Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3 as a kid. I thought they were just like the best, the absolute best.
But nowadays, they're on every console. So, since Nintendo bought them out, I'm almost curious what the revenue looks like for them versus with everybody else doing that, because Mortal Kombat was technically a Sega game.
That's funny.
Unless it got sold out separately.
I mean, because they have like what now, like Mortal Kombat 11 and 15 or whatever they're doing. I don't know.
Yeah, they got a new one coming out, 12, I think. I haven't played it in years. The story just got way too much after Armageddon. I did play 11 though, and I gotta say Spawn was fun.
That sounds cool. I always liked it just because the visuals were so fun as a kid. That's basically it though. All right, but yeah, back to some Pokemon stuff. So Scarlet Violet, when did you get it? Did you get it when it released? Did you get it like recently? What's been your Gen 9 experience?
So JoJo, the one I just mentioned, is the one that had it already, and he wanted me to try and get it.
Oh, okay.
Because he knew how I was with strategies.
Yep.
And he also knew that I was kind of an old head when it came to Pokemon.
Absolutely. Sounds about right.
Because that's where we're at now.
Hey, fair enough.
But with that said, I played some Pokemon Showdown with him. I showed him my old Haunter build and all that. Because I used to run Destiny Bond, Confuse Ray, Dream Eater, and Hypnosis on Haunter.
Oh, and you were the one who showed me about your Aerodactyl the other day, right?
Yep.
Okay, nice.
And
so you have some competitive
normally
background.
I wouldn't have Hyper Beam. I do a little bit, not very much, unfortunately. I'm not up to date with the new gen stuff.
You're comfortable enough though to jump on Showdown.
Oh yeah. I went against one team that actually did me wrong, but I had a Slowbro, and he had a ability that doubled up his defense when it was increased. So by the time it was done, I had his defense at 3268.
That's crazy.
That's an insane build if you think about it.
Yeah.
Between that and that soak he does to heal up.
Yup.
So I would do the defense up, I'd heal up until he was full, and then I would start to use it wasn't amnesia, it was something Calm Mind.
Yep.
I would use Calm Mind, and then from there I would go into confusion once that maxed out.
Nice. I don't know why I don't see Calm Mind more in competitive. You see Bulk Up a lot, but I don't see Calm Mind a lot, and they're basically the same thing, just for special and for physical. So I'm not sure Why Calm
think
Mind
that was
doesn't
the
make its way in.
difference between Gen 1, Gen 2, and then, you know, where they're at now. Everybody wants to focus on power, and they don't think about the status effects to the degree that we did, because we didn't have abilities to fall back on.
True.
So you saw a lot of Sleep Powder, Spore, you know, just all Thunder Wave, things like that.
Right.
Bind was always fun.
Yep. I was just actually playing, I think it was Gen 1 random single battles on Showdown the other day, like just a couple of them, because I was like, what is this like again? I can't, yeah, just to look at the sprites and everything would be, you know, was fun. But it definitely took me back. Definitely took me back.
It's a nostalgic thing now.
Absolutely.
And honestly, you'll probably run into more people from our era playing that versus the newer stuff.
Right. I mean,
with that said, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say the single battles in Gen 9 are just crazy because they include like things that you couldn't even have in here already. So I was seeing like, I was playing with like Zacian and Diancie for like the last couple months when we were doing Gen 9 singles. I'm not sure if you played that.
I haven't actually. Me and JoJo did randoms, so it was
nice.
You know, this, that, and the third. Sometimes we'd end up in the 4. Sometimes we'd end up in 1. Sometimes we'd end up in 5. But he knew I wasn't familiar with the new ones, and he is, so he didn't want to give himself an advantage.
True.
Type thing. Because honestly, like, up until Scarlet, I had no clue about half the abilities. I didn't know what solar power was on Charizard.
I'm still learning half of myself, man. I'm still learning.
But I mean, I'm catching up fairly quick, and now that I'm getting some of the older ones back and getting them kind of revamped, it definitely is going to help me as far as getting like more used to the way things run now.
That's what's up. So have you tried any competitive online or ranked or this or that for this game?
We've tried casuals. Me and JoJo doubled up in there, and we ran against some teams that were running like Gengar and that Teapot Pokemon.
Oh, interesting. I've not seen a Sinistea team before.
It was Sinistea in a double battle with Gengar on his side with Curse Body.
I guess Poltegeist, actually. I forget which one's the big one. Is it Poltegeist?
Yeah,
the big
it was
one?
Poltegeist.
Okay, yeah, I always confuse those two.
So, yeah, the Teapot is the Poltegeist, and the Teacup is Sinistea.
That's what's up.
I get confused on them, too. But I also went against another team that was running Legendaries, which I don't run Legendaries particularly because they're legendary. I run them because it's Pokemon that I was familiar with and were actually parts of regular teams I'd use.
Right.
Because I like the Pokemon.
Like, I see Zacian out there, and people are like, it's a good Pokemon. I'm like, I just want to use Zacian because I've not gotten the chance to play with it yet.
I'm looking at doing the Volcanion for the same reason. And I've never seen Zacian and Zamazenta, I think is what he's named.
Zamazenta.
Okay, sorry about that. So that's the one part of the generation that I missed.
Yep.
That was what, Generation 8?
Yep. Yeah, that's kind of like where I came back into it.
Gotcha. I'm definitely enjoying Scarlet, man, and definitely down to do some battles with anybody interested. And me and you gotta link up someday and see what we can do.
Yeah, for sure. Did you hear us talking earlier about the ZGC, the Zoe style gaming? That's the Zoe League, the Zoe rules?
Yeah, I was listening, and I would definitely be interesting.
In case anyone who's listening right now isn't aware, we're going to be doing basically kind of casual battles, but in the channel, you know, where if you guys want to link up, we're going to do any Pokemon goes, because like that's kind of what we're just talking about. Like, isn't it more fun to use like Arceus and, you know, what do you call them, Miraidon, Koraidon, all these Pokemon that we've been kind of just sitting on, Walking Wake, Iron Leaves. It's fun. So let's just do it. And because we give away everything, no one should be like, oh, I don't have access to, you know, Enamorus or Thundurus or whatever. It's like, we'll make them for you guys. Trust us. We got access to every Pokemon. So that's why I feel like this is kind of the channel that could really support that kind of battles.
Well, I absolutely agree from the 3 days I've been tuning in. And I mean, I've had to skip out here and there, the last time being a YouTube malfunction, but, you know, kids kind of demand your attention, so it's hard for me to just sit around and watch all the time. But I mean, I have been paying attention a majority of the time.
No, we appreciate it, man.
Outside of like a 10, 15 minutes in between.
Mario said that they're excited to see a team of 6 Arceus. Well, it'll be bring 4 or 6. You'll have 6, bring 4, like typical online ladder rules. I was gonna ask. You said 1 kid, 2 kids. You said kids though, right? How many kids?
I got 3.
Oh, 3. That's what's up. What are the ages?
Single father, 10, well, about to be 11 in September, but 10, 8, and then there's 5.
10, 8, and 5.
Which my 8-year-old is about to be 9 on the 26th.
Wow. That's what's up, man. Congrats.
And then July 1st, my 5-year-old's going to be 6.
Hey, there you go, man. How many of them are into Pokemon?
So, my son and my youngest.
So is that the oldest and youngest, or the middle and youngest?
My oldest.
The oldest and
my
youngest. There you go, man. That's what's up. So you got a little team
2 of
going.
them stay with me. The other one stays somewhere else.
Yep.
So, with that said, they've only had me as an influence as a parent, and I'm a gamer. So naturally, they picked up on games.
Yeah.
My son, his first system was a Sega, the remake one.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
You know, with all the games installed and all that.
Yep.
Yeah, got him that first system before we got him anything big. I wanted to see how he'd take care of it.
Smart.
You know, now he's got a PS5. He's got a Switch.
Oh, nice.
He plays Smash too.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, he likes the game with Dad, and he's we wanting to jump on some COD or some. He wants me to pay attention to his Fortnite.
Yep. Of course. We've done a little bit of Fortnite on here before. A little bit.
I'll promote almost all of it, man. I can't do Fortnite. That's more JoJo's thing.
That's funny.
But with that said, your channel is one of the very few that I can honestly say that is worth watching. And for everybody in here, it's been a pleasure getting to know all of you.
Oh, it's very, very kind, my friend.
Definitely look forward to getting to know everybody a little better.
Yeah, the community's been really strong, my friend. We started up here, excuse me, around like November of not last year, but the year before. So we've been going for about a year and a half now, and every day it just gets better and better. We cannot possibly show our appreciation enough for people like you who are talking to right now, for people who are listening in the chat, like the 28 people that are watching us right now, and then everyone who sees us after the fact. It's been really awesome.
I don't give compliments like that, man. If you get one, you deserve it.
That's very, very kind of you. Yeah, and you know what, honestly, man, I'm not used to really getting them. I mean, people are so kind around here that it's a interesting dynamic.
Well, one of the things that really stuck out for me is how down to earth you are while talking to everybody. You got kind of that humor about yourself with the sarcasm if someone's taking a little too long, like, you know, kind of do your thing and so we can get going. Yep. Without just being, you know, a jerk about it or anything, which a lot of people, you know, like you said, get impatient and just out of line with some of the way they handle things.
I'm from New England, so we speak sarcasm fluently. It flows through the veins.
That's really cool. I'm in the States. I'm actually from Louisiana.
Oh, that's what's up. Yeah, I spent a lot of time out in LA, and LA does not speak sarcasm fluently. LA thinks that you are being a hater, so you got to be careful to who you speak with and how you speak to them.
I actually stayed out in California for a while.
Oh, that's a simple part.
I've also been in Nevada, All Waters, and Yuba, and Sacramento.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I was like 17. My grandfather stayed out there, so I got to spend a little time out there.
Nice.
About 6 months.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I just was never built for the cold up here personally, so that's why I like being down there. But we're up here right now for the time being. I'm not sure how much longer we'll be up here, but it's yeah, we really appreciate it, man. All those kind words.
Tell me something interesting about where you're at. Something that y'all do that people other around the world you don't really see much.
Like around these parts?
Yeah. Something kind of exclusive to your area.
Let's see. Around here, paintball's really big up here. I feel like paintball's pretty concentrated in some parts of the world. But that's like one of the, because there's not a ton of stuff to do out here, but we got a lot of woods and we got a lot of like low-key kind of places where you can kind of go and set up a field and shoot some gelatin balls at each other. So paintball has always been a huge part of my life out here. There's a ton of fields in the area. Tournament paintball is very, very big. I didn't play any sports in high school or middle school, but I played competitive paintball, you know, all up until I was kind of getting ready to drive, basically, because that's when that kind of, the cost of that took over, because it's a very expensive sport to play. But
it is, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, that was a lot of fun. And aside from that, like up here, what we have unique to us is, I'd just say, probably the best and most affordable seafood you're gonna find. Like if you like lobster, if you like crab, if you like salmon, you're gonna get your best prices in New England for sure. I mean, people in California,
that's something we have in common.
They
in Louisiana.
import, oh, absolutely,
seafood.
man, absolutely. You know, people are importing the crawfish from Louisiana and the lobster from Maine down to LA to get their, you know, fancy restaurants looking good, looking like how we get it every day.
I'd say the most unique thing I've ever done was alligator hunting.
Oh, okay. That's a new one.
I also worked in the alligator plant whenever I just moved back to South Carolina like 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So I was in Louisiana prior to that for a majority of my younger daughter's life.
That's what's up.
And you know, without going too much into that, I had to work at the alligator plant when I was out there. And then when I wasn't working there, you know, at night when I had to go do the alligator hunting with some buddies or with family or whatever, then we would, I'd leave my daughter with her grandmother out there, my dad's mom, and let her spend the night there for the night or whatever while I go do that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not something you get to see too much. Like out in Florida, they have gators, but they don't really hunt them like that.
Interesting.
You know what I'm saying? So
I've definitely heard
something I feel like's unique.
That's crazy.
From where I'm from.
Are you guys still down in that area?
No, like I said, I moved away from there about 2 years ago
okay,
now.
okay. Cool.
Miss it for sure. Big difference from area to area in the States.
Yup, for sure. You say the States as if you aren't originally from here. I just don't hear many people from America refer to America as the States.
I don't really hear it in South Carolina too much, but I mean, I'm technically up north from where I'm from.
Got it. Cool.
And down where I was at, it's usually the States or U.S.
Yup. Fair.
We don't really go through the time to say the United States. Like, you have to say the whole thing for someone to understand what you're saying.
I feel like most people in America call it America. And then if you're not from America, you usually say United States or the States.
I've heard that. People think that that's a common thing, but I've never heard anybody actually refer to it that way.
That's funny.
But I have heard countless times, because I have buddies that have been in England that I've played Xbox with. I've had buddies that, you know, live out in Scotland and Ireland, and actually I had one buddy that lived out in Mexico for a while. But they've all said the exact same thing, especially my buddy Danny from out there in England. And I've never heard anybody say it like that here, but they all think that that's a common thing.
Well, you know, the funny thing is,
so
like,
weird.
Massachusetts and California are really similar places, but they are very different from the South. So we definitely say America here, but like, we don't say it with like the America, like the sauce on it.
That's a good way to put that.
But yeah, but most people like that are up here or down there or down in the California. Usually I hear. Only people say the States are like from like England, like you're saying, or out of that. But that's going. So let's see some more Pokemon stuff. I know we talked about the TCG a little bit collecting. Have you ever played?
I'm ADHD.
You ever played the TCG before?
No, I actually haven't. I did play a ranked match in Showdown. I don't remember the proper titling for it.
A ranked match in Showdown? Like Pokemon Showdown?
Yeah.
They have TCG on there?
They did like 2 years ago.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
I don't know if they still do. I haven't been on it in a long time now.
Very interesting.
But I was out back home and I didn't have any of the Pokemon game to play, and you know, me and my buddy had just got done with a couple of matches. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning, so I figured I'd run some competitive play on there.
Yep. Why not?
And that's the fight I lost, because the dude came with a really weird team, and it's ended with a Mega Evolution Mewtwo.
Oh, okay.
The small one.
Yep.
But he didn't Mega Evolve into it. He just started in it.
You know, I wasn't playing back when the Megas were a thing, unfortunately.
Neither was I, which is why it threw me for a loop. But he ran Confused Ray, Psycho Cut, Recovery, and Moonblast on his Mewtwo.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a generation that I miss. I miss the Megas, I miss the Z moves, I miss the Dynamaxing. I kind of am aware of, you know, Generation 8, but I never actually got to play it.
Yeah, that's the three things I'm unfamiliar with as well. Evidently, there were some OP aspects to it, which I can believe.
Right. What was I going to say? So, have you ever done, ever heard of PTCGO or PTCG Live?
No, I haven't.
So those are the online trading card game clients. So like back in the PTCGO just ended, and it has been replaced by PTCG Live. It's just the current way to play the TCG. If you are, you know, just looking to get into it. So like if you have any interest in the cards at all, like PTCG Live, while you may hear a lot of people complain about it, if you are ever into the you know, the sphere of it, like Reddit or Twitter or what have you. But it's actually a pretty decent overall game, especially for the amount of money you got to put into it, which is 0. It's a very good free-to-play, it's kind of client. A little buggy, but still pretty cool. And the animations that they give the cards are actually really nice. Like not like super crazy, but you know how a holographic card is a holographic card. I mean, they you can't animate holographic, but they kind of do their best to like make the card kind of shimmer and shine, and they put their little colors on it, so it looks really cool. Looks very nice. So I recommend PTCG Live to anyone that likes Pokemon, honestly, likes the cards. I mean, even if you want to just collect, you can just get free packs on there from, if you ever open up packs, they give you a code card. You can redeem the code card on PTCG Live to get an additional 5 card pack to add to your collection.
That's really cool information to know. You'll have to send me a link for that, and I'll check it out.
Yeah, I mean, they have it on the phone, and then they have a desktop client as well, and they're interchangeable. But I will definitely send you a link on how to download it on the desktop, and then I just got mine from the App Store for phone.
But yeah, I have a question for you as far as Scarlet. Is it going to be after the next update, or is it available to get the Hisuian starters now?
They're all available right now. We got them all right now. The bot has updated, so you can get that from the bot, and we have them right now as well. We have them in our giveaways. That I know people were asking about. We'll be doing giveaways again later on tonight. But yeah, we will be doing. We have had the Hisuian. The bot has been updated to pretty much do everything fully. I believe. There's very little the bot can't do right now. A couple things might be like shiny locked, but overall it's yeah. Pretty much.
See, that's a good point of conversation for the interview as well, because I've noticed that there's been quite a few people who have been struggling to understand the bots, including myself. So, for example, the place you go to put in the input.
Yep.
First off.
Yep.
Is it the regular chat?
No, it's the bot channel, which is there's 2 bot channels. One is called Professor Sada. One is called Boss Mela. Okay.
So that's a good point for everybody to keep in mind, so that way that they know where to go and you don't have them. Because I've noticed a couple people putting it in the wrong place, and I've done the same thing a couple of different times.
Yep.
Admittedly.
Absolutely. I mean, if you're new to it, you're new to it. You know, it's only because a lot of us have experience with it that we kind of just gotten it, but. We put the guide up in case anyone who's listening to this now is like, what are they even talking about on our Discord? I'm gonna post a link right now to the live chat in case anyone who's watching is not in the Discord. Definitely get in there, guys. We have let's see, 2 bots that are available, and it's on the very bottom hand side. So just scroll all the way down, and you will see a guide section on how to do pretty much everything you're looking for. There's a help section for any questions, and you can always like. Tim just did, you can ask us something in the stream when we're here if you can't figure it out. But it is pretty simple overall, I would say. It's a good way to get as many shiny Pokemon as you want, or to team build, really. That's a great way to team build. Like whenever I see, for example,
absolutely,
like a Pokepaste of something, I will instead of using a rental code, I just build it myself now. It takes me 5 minutes, and then I can change the moves if I want, which is the worst part about using a rental team.
Yeah, see, the issue I ran into, I finally got it to give me a Mew earlier, right? But the thing that I ran into is whenever I put the moves on the list where it said, right, it still gave me the Mew, and it gave me the traditional moves that it would have, Reflect, Pound. And instead of giving me the moves I requested, which you found out or yesterday, I believe it was, through somebody else, that you can learn every move.
Yep. So it should be able to. The only thing that I could possibly think of is maybe like a formatting error as to like where they were put or something. But I will try to, if later on tonight, if maybe you want to try and send me the DM me the code that you were trying to input, I will see if I can get those moves, because like that way you can tell me the moves, and I'll see if I can get it to work. And if I do, I will show you what I do. All
right, yeah, that definitely sounds good, because maybe it's just that I'm having trouble getting it to put in because I'm putting it in on a phone.
Maybe. I mean, it does all have to be one, like, put in kind of all at once. And for me, at least, I mean, on the iPhone, I don't think there's like a return button. Like, I can't make like another line through Discord. I have to kind of do it all through. I write it all on my notepad, and I think Android does have a return button in the Discord itself.
It's a little blue button at the bottom right.
So I've just been doing my stuff in Notepad and then copying and pasting it into Discord whenever I am on mobile, and that has been working just fine for me. But yeah, just send me.
The issue with that though is that I can't put the dots. So I'm guessing that the next step I'm gonna try personally, and this would be my suggestion for some other people that are new that haven't been able to get it to work, which is why I'm mentioning it. If you're having an issue with it, like he said, you could use the notepad to get it all in at once. And what you do is you can copy and paste some other setup that someone has for whatever Pokemon they're wanting.
You actually, sorry to interrupt, you don't need the dots. Those are dashes. They turn to dots when you input them into the bot, but in the guide, it actually will say that. Riptide even puts it at the very bottom. It says these dots are actually dashes. They appear as dashes when he hit enter and kind of made the guide, but the input is actually just dash.
So is it the forward dash or the back dash?
I think those are slashes, forward slash backslash. It's the one that's in between the 0 and the equal, like the minus, almost like if you're to try and write like 1 minus 1.
Got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that part is a little confusing because when you do look at it, they do look like dots, but those are just dashes that turn into dots once they kind of get formatted through the Discord itself. Let me actually to ask you: have you ever on Showdown? Have you used Showdown to make a Pokemon from the bots yet?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so the easiest way to do all of this is to go onto Pokemon Showdown and build the Pokemon that you want. Then go into the import-export section on Showdown, export the code of the Pokemon that you want to generate. Then somewhere in Discord or in a notepad, what have you, it doesn't matter, just put in like the .trade command and then copy and paste it into Discord, and that is the Showdown formatting is the exact same format that the bot runs off of. So for me, whenever I want to make something a little more intricate, I always start on Showdown, and then I just go copy paste, boom boom, and it's usually pretty good to go. Now sometimes it doesn't fully work, but once again, send me your code and I will see if I can figure that out.
I appreciate that, man. I definitely will do that.
Yeah, and to anyone listening, that's now here's a quick little tip. Say you guys are making a giveaways worth of Pokemon like your man Alex Anthony here. Make a full team of Pokemon, export the entire team at once, and then just copy and paste trade in front of those 6 Pokemon, and then you got all 6 ready to go that you are looking to generate. And then for me personally, I have like on Showdown at this moment, I have my battle teams and then like my teams of Pokemon that I've just kind of generated. Like you'll just see a bunch of random stuff because it's the easiest way to. I literally just do a Poke Paste. Like I just upload a Poke Paste and then I just copy and paste that into my notepad. Do .trade in front of everything. Sometimes I'll add my trainer ID because you can do that as well. And then you're usually pretty good to go. See,
that's really interesting to know. I would have never even thought of that.
Yeah, exact same formatting. So it's very, very cool, very helpful.
Yeah, that is definitely very helpful because I think that would be a common issue most people wouldn't even consider, because I mean, not many people would think to do it that way. That was ingenious.
Well, and the best part about that too is you are able to find the exact wording for specific Pokemon. For example, Tatsugiri Droopy. It's Tatsugiri-Droopy. It's not like droopy form Tatsugiri. You would think it would be Hisuian Typhlosion, but if you wanted Hisuian Typhlosion, you have to trade for Typhlosion dash Hisui, not Hisuian, Hisui. Same thing with Galarian is Galar, Alolan is Alola. So it's good for like all those little things. Like I was able to find Battle Bond Greninja in there. I forget what the code for that one was. I think it might have been Ash Greninja or Greninja dash Ash, something like that. It was, but there's a bunch of little things like that. So, which can be very helpful for example, for say Authentic Sinistea is different than regular Sinistea. The Lycanrocs, right? Dust form, nighttime or dust form, midday form. I think all have different ones. Urshifu, he just came on the screen. Urshifu. It's funny. They gave they gave Dark Urshifu the title of Urshifu, and then they made Rapid Strike Urshifu dash Rapid dash Strike. And it's like, man, you really butchered that on the Rapid Strike, and they kind of just made it default Urshifu for the Dark one, which to me is almost not even the default. I feel like most people use the Water one. But neither here nor there.
That is pretty funny, though.
Neither here nor there.
No, that is cool as hell, though, because...
Yeah, very useful.
Again, it's something that most people wouldn't even consider, and that actually may have just solved an issue for me that we had talked about in chat prior. You remember when I told you that I accidentally traded away my
the orb?
Giratina.
Yeah.
It's the greasiest core.
Yep. Yeah, you may be able to generate a core on there as well. For sure.
That's what I was thinking on, based on what you had just said.
If it's a held item.
Which I think is cool.
If it's a held item, you can do it. 9 times. And now, if you can't find it in Showdown, you can still usually generate it. For example, Ability Patch is an item that you cannot attach to a Pokemon in Showdown, yet you can still generate it through the bots. And Mario just confirms in the chat you can generate it.
That's good to know.
There you go.
Thank you, Mario, by the way. Thank you all for tuning in and supporting him, and help us make this channel big.
You guys are the best. You guys are the best. We're doing what we can. I still can't believe that we've gotten as much traction as we have. We used to, before we started doing the game, the growth was very slow. I'll say the growth was very slow. Like it's not easy to really gain traction in the cards, but the game's a lot more people play and a lot more people watch, and it's just a little bit easier to, you know, I don't know, maybe be casual about it and just kind of chill with it, where the cards, like, kind of people expect you to just be open up packs, like, all the time, and every stream, every time I did a stream of pack opening pro, it was like $200-$300 every, like, worth of product that has to get open, just because you run out of time, or else it's gonna be like an hour-long stream. Opening a pack is quick, and the pack is like $4 or $5 at a time. Minimum these days.
It's pretty insane how much the prices jumped. I remember when they were like $3.49 a pack.
I mean, yeah, $2.99 was like the original base set price. And now those exact packs go for over $300 a piece if people find them.
Isn't it crazy how that's happened?
Yes, it is.
Is it just me, or is it not insane how much they've jumped? And you don't even get a guarantee. You end up losing money most of the time.
Yeah, if you open that kind of stuff. I would say,
I
like,
just never understood it.
It's really funny because the older cards right now, like, say you want to buy like a Charizard, like, you can buy a Charizard for $300, or you can buy a pack of the original cards for $300, and it's like, well, one of them's gonna be like pretty much, one of them's a guaranteed Charizard, one of them is a Charizard like 0.01% of the time. So it's just very very interesting to see how, like, the prices of sealed product have inflated, because back in the day a Charizard was like $60, so it went from 60 to like 300, and then a pack went from $3 to 300. So the sealed product market just went through the roof.
I just never quite understood how some of that ended up being the way it was, but I mean, it's popular. Yeah. It's happened over time. It's not like it was an immediate price change. So, I mean, I guess inflation is really the point.
Supply and demand, yeah. When's the last time you got some Pokemon cards?
Shit, I was like 12.
Oh, dang. So you, when you got back into Scarlet Violet, it was only the games that you got back in. You didn't get back in any cards or nothing.
No, so that's going to be something else that I'll be new to.
Well, you can definitely, honestly, man, you can start your entire card resurgence on just the online venture. I mean, you go online, they give you 8 decks for free. Okay, so automatically you're going to have 8 times 60, at least 400 cards. Brand new, all for you. You play with those. On the ladder, they give you more decks. They give you more packs. They give you more gems, and you can actually craft cards in this new thing. That's one awesome feature that I forgot to mention before. is they actually let you go crafting in this new one, which is just sweet. Meaning that you can, if you have 100 credits, you can craft like a basic of any card. And then if you want like the super ultra rare version, then it might cost you like 2,000 credits. But just to kind of get something to play with, they make it very accessible, and it's pretty sweet.
And I'm very thankful that I ran into a group that was as chill as y'all.
Oh man, it's awesome. It's great when we are able to add a new member to the group. It's great chilling every day. Tomorrow we'll be here for more, as you guys all know. Excuse me, Saturday is one day that we really try not to miss. It's usually the busiest day of the week on YouTube in general. So yeah, we try to stream pretty much whenever we can. Like we were saying, doesn't matter like what we're doing right now. We stream, we try to go daily. And if we start doing some shifts somewhere, we'll just stream whenever we possibly can. But we're pretty much all in on the YouTube thing, pretty much all in on the Pokemon thing. I'm gonna actually go back and take away a lot of the older non-Pokemon stuff I have, just so if the channel looks more Pokemon related. We want it to just kind of be, we're all in on that. I realized once I saw that you can do the anime, you can talk about the games, the cards, and like we said before, you got Unite, this and that. There's too much to ever get bored on. It's kind of like sports. You could be a sports channel and you can have something to report on all year. You could be a Pokemon channel and do the exact same thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what are you looking forward to next in this? Are you going to be getting into some competitive? Are you going to be doing some shiny hunting? Like what is...
Actually, yes. I plan on I'm shiny hunting right now.
Oh, that's what's up.
So my plan right now is to try and get all the Pokemon I would use as shinies, because
Yep. Because of course, why not? Flex on them, man.
That's been my thing since shinies were a thing.
Nice.
I literally would just spend the time in Emerald catching all the shinies, and if I couldn't get a shiny, I didn't want it.
Hey, I hear you, man.
So that's kind of my plan now, is to kind of revise that, but on a competitive level.
Cool.
So when people see my name, they know they expect a shiny, and they expect something that's just as flashy from my gameplay.
That's what's up. Yeah, that's why I was so happy when we came across the bots, because everyone loves shinies, man. Now we can get them for everybody.
So here's what I was gonna do with it. So for example, I got Groudon from you, right? And well, no, I didn't get it from you, but I have a shiny Groudon that I actually brought from Pokemon Go.
Nice.
And I was missing some other ones. Actually, I wouldn't have known about Zacian until I got the Zamazenta.
Zamazenta.
I didn't even know those two. Yes.
Yep. For your own benefit.
I didn't know about either. Nah, I appreciate you. But I didn't know about either of them.
Yep.
So seeing them definitely made a difference for me.
When you first saw them, were they in their crown form or their Raggedy Ash form, as I call it? Because they got two forms. They got one where they're all beat up looking, and then ones where they're all majestic and like fully put together.
So I got the ones without the rusted shield attached.
Yep. You got the Raggedy.
And then I got the piece from the auction, because I already knew about the auction.
Nice.
So from there, I was able to find out that you could hook it on because someone said something about it in a video.
Yep.
And that video is actually where your channel came up.
Oh, nice.
Actually.
That's what's up.
So I went from there to your channel, but I found out about that through the auction, and then I lost my Griseous core trying to get that, because he wanted that for that.
Right.
Was my Giratina, which I literally had like 12 Giratinas on my go, and 4 of them were shiny.
Nice.
But okay, little girl.
I was like, I think I hear one of them.
Yeah, she just got back from the pool.
Oh, nice.
So I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. I'm ADHD. It happens.
No, you were talking about trading the Giratinas. You had a bunch of them in Pokemon Go.
The Giratina for the Zamazenta.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so whenever I traded that, I didn't realize I didn't have my Griseous core off. That's how I lost it.
Yep.
Because I figured I could just get me another shiny from my thing and then level them up.
Of course.
What's the big deal?
Well, I think
evidently the big deal was the Griseous core, because you cannot re-get them.
They won't sell you another one.
No.
That's crazy. You would think that they would like check kind of your inventory, because I mean, what if some kid does that and they don't have like the whole access?
Yeah, exactly.
To like what we got. Like then they're kind of out of luck.
And it'd make them feel bad every time they saw one if they really wanted it, just to have it. So
and they don't even tell you anywhere too. Like,
was...
we just had to kind of know to go to the auction house. This game is they really let you to your own devices sometimes. I'll tell you.
Which is why I felt like it'd be a good point to mention it.
Right.
Because people are not going to know if someone doesn't say something, and exactly. I don't want other people running into the same issue.
For sure, for sure.
So that was something that I actually took the time to pay attention to. And I feel like now that people know that, it's going to make a world of difference because they're going to be more cautious with their items.
Right.
Hopefully.
At first when I heard about those items, like I thought they were going to all be like key items just so you couldn't accidentally do that. I didn't know that they were held type items that you had to put on the Pokemon to change or whatever. So that does make it a little dangerous.
Yeah, it's definitely something to be mindful of. I mean, at this point, if the people in this channel lose it and they're a part of the Discord, it can always be fixed.
Yep,
but
true.
Like you said, some people don't have that luxury.
Yeah, we are very lucky to have our Discord where it is right now, like kind of when you came across it, because we've only had the bots for like about a month and a half, maybe. Month and a half.
So I'm actually on Showdown presently testing out what you were saying.
Yep.
And I'm not able to figure out the stats too well. I don't know if I should just put stats spread across or what I should do.
For stats, geez. I mean, what are you going to use it for? Are you going to try and put it in like a competitive team, or are you going to try and use it for some raids?
I was going to use it for the trades, honestly.
Then I would probably just leave the stats blank. Let the person, whoever you're going to trade it to, kind of go from there.
Oh no, I was going to put it in with the bots for me to get, essentially.
Oh, but I was saying, like, what are you going to use the Pokemon, like, for, though, once you get it? Like, are you going to... The Mew. You're talking about the Mew, right?
Not even just the Mew. I was going to get the Giratina with the Grizzlies core, things like that.
Yep.
But, just to replace the one I lost. I'm just looking at some of the Pokemon I was looking at getting.
I mean, the beautiful thing is, man, you can make, like, 10 different Giratinas with 10 different stat lines. So, I wouldn't think too much about it.
So you don't even have to change the stats; it would auto it, essentially.
Well, if you don't change them, I think it'll just leave them at 0 EVs, but it'll make it 6 best IVs.
Got you. That's good to know.
And level 100 if you don't change the level, it'll make it auto 100.
Yeah, that's definitely nice to know. I appreciate you on that because that's the part that confused me. I don't use the phone for it.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can do the same thing too on your phone from Showdown, you know, just go
it's okay.
Export, and then copy paste, and you're good to go.
Yeah, definitely appreciate you on that, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
So on that note, the copy and paste, where would that take place? Because I'm not seeing an option for that.
Well, there's an import button somewhere on. I use a PokePaste for the whole team, but I can show you where it is on the PC real quick.
I think it's set up differently depending on what you're on, because I know it looks a little different on my console than it does on my phone.
Right. Here, let me input this team real quick, and let me hop on my phone, see if I can check out on my my device real quick to see if I can find it. And then in about a few minutes, I'm gonna have to let you go so I can link up with Daniel, and then.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry to have taken the last bit of the interview for something like this, man.
No, you're good, man. This has been awesome, super fun, and I'm happy that you were able to jump on and do this with us. We'll probably need like a couple of days to chop it up and get it on YouTube, but we'll definitely, it'll definitely be up there ASAP. All right, Showdown, Pokemon Showdown. Which did I bookmark it? Yes, I did, because I am sick of clicking those buttons all the time. All right, Team Builder. Let's see, it's a little, if you're on the Pokemon itself, it's right under the team. It's right above the moves. Right above the moves, it says import export. You click on that and it'll put everything into like a little text file that you can kind of copy it out of, or a little text window, I should say. Text window.
Gotcha.
Yep.
See, that's good to know. I appreciate you for that, man.
Absolutely, my man. Thank you.
Because I do feel like that this
everything.
will help people who are struggling with this as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Which is why I wanted to discuss it. And I mean, it does cover kind of a base. I know it wasn't the initial point of the interview, but...
Oh, hey, using the bots is definitely always a point that I want to make, you know? Because those are... Once you get access to that, then the whole game opens up, I feel like. It's the game genie it's a game genie of Scarlet Violet. We'll put it that way.
Yeah, it's good to know. Because like I said, a lot of people aren't going to know some of this. Because like me, I'm not too tech savvy.
Same.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep, I'm very lucky with whatever I can figure out. Because usually I feel like everything that I do is kind of held together by duct tape and luck. And when it works, it works. And when it doesn't, smarter people, help me.
That's me too. I'm not even gonna lie, man. It would almost worry you on how hard it is for me to even get a new phone activated. It would probably make you laugh your ass off, honestly.
Well, luckily I got the AT&T people to help me out with that.
Yeah, straight talk is something down here. And what you do is you call the company either through your phone prior to cutting it off.
Oh, man.
Or you have to use another straight talk phone through somebody else to contact them. So you can give the SSI for your new phone and the old number to transfer.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
It can get pretty insane.
Well, man, I gotta thank you for not only jumping on with us tonight for the support and for all the kind words, man. It's been awesome not only meeting, getting a new member, but I feel like making a new friend. We'll put it that way.
Oh yeah, same here, man. Absolutely. And I've really enjoyed getting to know you better, man. And I definitely look forward to getting back into the stream.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. And we will we'll definitely do this again sometime.
Sounds good.
Cheers, brother. All right. Well, I'm gonna let you go so I can.
And
yep.
We're gonna get off of here. And, you know, I'll see y'all back in chat.
Cheers, man. Thanks so much, Tim. Really, really appreciate you. And go have fun with those kiddos. I hear them already calling for you.
Oh, yeah. And Natalie's barking at me to get off, so.
That's funny. All right. Well, I'll see you in the chat, and I'll see you tomorrow if the kids got all your attention.
Sounds good, man.
All righty, brother. Have a great rest of your night, and thank you again.
You too.
Cheers, man. Bye-bye.
Bye.
And thank you guys for staying and for watching, and that'll be it for this interview. We actually have 3 more of these coming up, so if you guys like when we just talk Pokemon, talk whatever, and hang out with people, stay tuned, keep that notification bell turned on. We are going to be interviewing Daniel next tonight. Then we have Jarek next, another new member, and Dr. Romeret, the man himself, will be doing an interview very, very soon. So keep all of that in mind and in tuning. You will be seeing that on the channel soon. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you all next time. Love you all. Bye-bye.